Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's day 24 of our 28-day magic practice, and I'm so happy to have you all with us this morning. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this process. It's been absolutely just wonderful so far. Heather will be back in just a second and get fired up. So I'm going to just take everybody off mute. We'll let you all say good morning, and then we can start our day from there.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, it's Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle. You sound very relaxed and very cozy this morning.
Yes.
Terrific. Okay, so well, yesterday's practice was about breathing, and so I hope every one of you had a chance to get outside and do a little bit of breathing, a little bit of practice, a little bit of kind of centering yourself with that breathing, and I hope you had a chance to enjoy the weather yesterday. I know we have people from all over the areas. A few of you are from the Red Deer Ridge area, and the weather was just gorgeous yesterday. Great day to be outside. We had the opportunity to go have a hot dog with friends, make some hot chocolates, and very easy to sit around the fire and just take it all in and enjoy. So that was thoroughly enjoyable from our perspective. I hope you're enjoying this time of year. We're getting to that. It's now, of course, the 24th of December. So I know most of you are either probably planning on traveling or going to see friends or spending time with loved ones. And I hope that works out for you. So I'll give you an opportunity this morning, just if you want to take a quick second and just tell us what you're grateful for and what kind of things you've got planned for today. This chapter today is only 3 pages, so we have a little bit of time to chat this morning. So.
It's Audrey, and I'm grateful for the cold tile on the bathroom floor because it works wonderful. I got a cramp in my foot, on the outside of my foot, which is bizarre, but it actually pulled the outside of my foot right up. It was so cramped, and the cold tile works amazing. So I'm very grateful.
Wonderful. Good stuff. I'm glad I was able to help you out.
Yes. And fairly handy.
Yes.
Easy to get to. Wonderful. Yep. Who else?
Hi, it's Michelle.
Hello.
So I am grateful. Yesterday I got to ski with the boys. I went skiing with 2 of the guys, are my old ski friends, like that I used to always go skiing with. And so talk about breathing. I remember at one point I was just like bombing Aspen Mountain, and I was like, so I had to stop and like just catch my breath. Winded, but I was like breathing, like, it felt really, really good. But I'll tell you, I love challenging my body. It felt really good.
Awesome. Wonderful. That's terrific. Beautiful. Anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
It's Pat. I just really been appreciating this wonderful weather that we've been having. It's makes the winter a little bit shorter as far as feeding the cattle, and yes, I've been just appreciating the gorgeous days.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Every day in December that's a nice day or a pleasant temperature. You know that they don't necessarily tack them on at the far end of March. So it's just every day you kind of wake up and go, yes, another non-minus 30 days. So.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I would agree. I mean, we're heading to Big White on the 27th, and so we really, with the roads being as good as they are, it's going to be a blessing for sure.
Fabulous.
Give gratitude already. I'm already thankful for the easy drive to Kelowna. It's a long day. So wonderful. All right. Well, why don't we jump right in? And I haven't read ahead or peeked ahead yet about what today has to bring. So let's read the chapter and see how it goes. It's a pretty short one today. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages and a little bit. So who's interested in reading this morning?
It's Audrey. I can read one.
Okay, you can start. Audrey at 207.
Sharon Pan.
Sharon, okay, 208. Good. Do you want to do
I don't
209?
know how my internet connection is, if you can hear me, but it's Gwen here.
I think if you sit perfectly still and you lift your right big toe, we should be okay, Gwen.
Okay.
We'll give it a shot and see how it goes. And do you want to read 208?
And then I'll do 210. All right.
All right.
Okay, day 24, the magic wand. Have you ever wished you had a magic wand so that you could just wave your hand and help the people you love? Yes, I have. Well, today's magical practice will show you how you can use life's real magic wand to help others. When you fervently want to help another person, you have immense power. But when you direct that power with gratitude, you really do have a magic wand that can help the people you care about. Energy flows where your attention goes. And so when you direct the energy of gratitude towards another person's needs, that's where the energy goes. This is the very reason why Jesus said, "Thank you," before he performed a miracle. Gratitude is an invisible but real force of energy, and coupled with the energy of your desire, it is just like having a magic wand. People who wait for a magic wand fail to see that they are the magic wand. Thomas Leonard, 1955 to 2003, personal development coach.
If you have a family member, friend, or anyone you care about who is lacking physical health, in financial trouble, unhappy in their work, stressed, suffering, is there feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mute. Okay, try that now and see.
Unhappy in their work, stressed, suffering because a relationship has ended, lost confidence in him or herself, suffering from mental problems, or feeling down about their life, you can use the invisible force of gratitude to help them with their health, wealth, and happiness. To wave your magic wand for another's health, imagine that the person's health has been fully restored and say the magic words, "Thank you," in heartfelt celebration of receiving the news that he or she is full of health again. You could imagine the person calling you to give you the news, or imagine them telling you in person, and really see and feel your reaction. When you can feel as grateful now as you would when you heard the news that the person's health has been fully restored, it will guarantee that the gratitude you feel is as sincere and as powerful as it can be. To wave your magic wand to help someone you love with their wealth, follow the same magical practice and be grateful. Be as grateful as if they had the wealth they needed right now. Imagine their wealth has been fully restored, it is done, and you're saying the magic words, "Thank you," because you've just received the amazing news. If a person you know is going through a rough time, but you don't know what specifically they need, or if they need help in more than one area, then you can follow the same magical practice and wave your magic wand by giving thanks for their happiness or for their health, wealth, and happiness together.
Today, choose 3 people you care about who are currently in need of health, wealth, or happiness, or all 3. Get a photograph of each person if you have one, and keep the photograph in front of you while you're doing this practice. Take the first person, hold their photograph in your hand, then close your eyes and for 1 minute visualize yourself receiving the news that the person has been fully restored with whatever they need. It is much easier to visualize yourself receiving the news than it is to visualize, for example, an ill person healthy again, or a depressed person happy again, or a financially stressed person abundant again. And you will feel more excitement and gratitude if you involve yourself in your visualization. Open your eyes, and with the photograph still in your hand, say the magic words, "Thank you," slowly 3 times, for that person's health, wealth, or happiness, or whatever combination they need. Thank you, thank you, thank you for their names, health, wealth, or happiness. As you finish with one person, move on to the next person and follow the same 2 steps until you finish the magic wand practice by sending health, wealth, or happiness to all 3 people.
We're muted, apologies. You can also use this powerful practice when you're walking down the street or going about your day and you come across someone who is obviously lacking happiness, health, or wealth. Imagine you have a magic wand and in your mind, wave it by giving heartfelt thanks for their wealth, health, and happiness. And know that you have set a real force of energy into motion. Using gratitude to help someone else with his or her health, wealth, and happiness is the single greatest act of gratitude you can perform. And one of the magical things about it is that the health, wealth, and happiness you fervently wish for others, you also bring to yourself.
So magical practice number 24, the magic wand. Count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list. And at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, choose 3 people who you care about and who you would like to help with more health, wealth, happiness, or all 3. If you have them, collect a photograph of each of the 3 people and keep them in front of you while doing the magic wand practice. Take one person at a time and hold their photograph in your hand. Close your eyes and for 1 minute, visualize the person's health, wealth, or happiness has been fully restored and you're receiving the news. Open your eyes and with the photograph still in your hand, say the magic words slowly. Thank you, thank you, thank you for whoever it is, their health, their wealth, and their happiness. As you finish with one person, move on to the next person and follow the same 2 steps until you finish the magic wand practice for all 3 people. Just before you go to bed tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words. Thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Wonderful. I like the way that she wrote this chapter and did it from the perspective of yourself in this chapter, because when you try to project what you want onto someone else, it doesn't work quite the same way. You really only have control of kind of yourself and your vibration. So if you can imagine yourself seeing and feeling those people getting that way, what you're not doing in that circumstance is you're not putting your thoughts or your limitations or your expectation on them. You're getting to just take it internally instead. And that I read this comes up in one of Louise Hay's books, where she talks about you can't spend all of your time wishing someone well or wishing that they get better, because you don't really have control over them. And you are not walking their journey. They may need to be going through something in order to come out the other end with their own victory or their own understanding of their own peace. All you can do is work on yourself and change the way that you feel about the situation, which then will help them. So you get to be a force of nature and action in their lives, but you are not running their lives or choosing their lives for them. Does that make sense? I've got everybody on mute, so if you'd like to comment, you have to take yourself off mute. So in this practice, what we're doing is you're allowing yourself to feel grateful for those people. And it may not be that, like if we're talking about health, we don't know how long their journey is either. So if we're thinking like, okay, by next Friday, they need to be completely healthy. Well, we're putting more expectation and pressure on them. But if we say, by next Friday, I would love to have a phone call from them and they can say that their hips are feeling better this week instead of worse, or that the doctor had some good news about their progress. We don't know how the rest of it goes, but you can feel the joy and the gratitude for them about their health or their wealth or their happiness. Anybody have some examples of that they'd like to share? I have another story, but I'll give you a chance to comment first.
I have a sort of comment question, not to be a downer, but it's Christmas.
Then watch how you word it.
It's Christmas, and the same type of struggle comes up every Christmas with my sister because of alcohol. And I find myself every Christmas wanting her to be better.
Yeah.
And I want it more than she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I love the question, Sharon, and I'm not an expert in this area, but here's the way that I look at it is you could spend all of today and all of tomorrow and all of the next day being angry with her that she has this condition, and you could rob yourself of the love that you have for your sister by focusing on the anger or the frustration of that illness. Or you can flip it around right in your heart right now and start this practice and be grateful that she's in your life at this moment. Be grateful that you have this love for her and that you share this joy with her. And know that you can't control the disease and that she can, but by you being a positive for her, by you putting out energy, instead of seeing her and judging her as to this is controlling you and I'm shame on you and blah, 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 you can just open your arms and say, I'm just open to loving you. All I'm going to do is just fill my heart with love and gratitude for you. I'm going to do no judging and no commenting and no wincing and no frustrating. And all I'm going to do is love on you. Because in her head right now, what's happening is she's waiting for that moment, that signal that says, I'm not enough, or I'm not good enough, or I don't measure up, which then flips her into that mindset of self-defeating game. So I'm going to go feed my pain or make my pain less by checking out.
Yep.
What you can do for her is just fill your heart with love and say, I'm open to loving you no matter what. It's because it's not my journey, it's your journey. And what it's done is it's made me appreciate it and love you more and understand that you do not have control over this and that I don't have control. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
So I would add to that, just love her where she's at and put positive energy around her healing and her recovery, but also put positive energy around, and use one of the practices from a few days ago about, the magnificent outcome of unexpected events or whatever, and just put it that you guys are going to have an awesome holiday season or day or hours or whatever you're going to spend together. And it's just, you're going to be able to appreciate things about each other, and it's going to be awesome.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we don't get to walk their journey for them. And this is what happens a lot of times in life. When we look at the illness you can bring on yourself, when you start harboring that anger towards her or towards the illness, who's it actually affecting? It's actually affecting you. And then it brings you down to that level and you get frustrated and you get sick because of the energy that you're putting around that.
And it doesn't improve your relationship with her either, right? And I speak from experience to say that it's really easy to be on eggshells and wait for something to happen. And I think we all know that what you put out there comes back. And so if that's what you're looking for, you're going to find it. So put out there the good things that you're going to find and the love and the joy that you're going to experience.
And when you fill your heart with that love, depending on how the situation goes, you can put the gratitude around it, but maybe there's an opportunity in there for you to just take your heart and just be able to say, how much I love you and I care about you and how important you are to me, and I need you around for a long time, and give her the opportunity. It's almost like what I love about you today. We do a practice once in a while where it's you just tell that person daily what I love about them. And this is a great example. Like had this conversation come up on day one, what I would have said was tie your love for your sister into all 24 days and make that, just put super powerful energy around her and the healing and how it's affecting you and how to release that and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
use today as a tool for that. Absolutely. And let yourself feel that love. Let yourself feel that healing as well. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. That was hugely vulnerable. And I know there's others on the call that probably needed to hear that too. Because we get to pick, right? It's the morning of the 24th. If you're going into this next 2 days and you're harboring all of the negative feelings of Christmases past and events past and frustrations past, you can wreck this day before the company even arrives. Because they're going to walk in and you're going to be like, I'm waiting for that thing that tells me that I'm not good enough and that I don't matter and that we don't measure up and blah, blah, blah. Or you can walk in and say, I am absolutely doing nothing but giving gratitude for every situation, for every comment, for everything that happens. And if I don't know what to say, I'm going to walk outside and do day 23 again. I'm just going to freaking breathe.
Yes.
Fill my heart back up again. Because I'll be the first to admit that there's been some tough days, and you can just walk away and say, just give me 2 minutes. I need a bathroom break. Just lock the door and just, I am in control of me. I am at peace. I am in love. I am willing to accept what's coming in, knowing that those individuals need my love and care. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other thoughts or comments? Oh, Audrey's trying.
Hang on, Audrey.
Hang on, Audrey.
Ah, there we go.
There we go.
I'm still learning about this crazy iPad.
You're doing great.
I sometimes think that we project our thought of what healing is on other people. And sometimes just bringing them a moment of peace is progress.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Patrick, it's Lana.
Hi, Lana.
And Sharon, I really feel for you, because that, that decision to not have alcohol as a part of your sister's life is her decision, and it's really tough when you really can't impact on that decision. But I think if you start looking at her as a person in herself with this little added bit that comes along with her, instead of focusing on maybe the alcohol, that makes a difference.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I look at everything kind of from the perspective of the 6 emotional needs, and what is it that's lacking in her life? What is it that we can help to fill, or we can build back up again? Is it safety? Is it variety? Is it connection? Is it her significance? And having those conversations around it that they can kind of shed some light on how do I help you grow? How do I help you to do this? But again, we can't put our own expectations on. All we can do is love on them until they realize. And again, I'm a big believer that if we practice this enough, the journey may not look exactly the way that we expect it to, but there is an outcome that will come. And you having love for her is absolutely the best thing you can do. Love is not always support. We don't want to support some of those behaviors if it's hard, that it tends to amplify them, but loving them and being there for them is huge. Awesome. Any other thoughts or comments? Who would you like to wave your magic wand around? Let's put some positive energy around someone else that we'd like to bring them some health or wealth or happiness.
I think the tool of having that magically outstanding day is going to help a lot of situations like this, really. So I'm here to just use the tools we've been taught all along the way, and you'll be amazed at how good it turns out.
Yeah.
I would agree completely. I'm already going into this Christmas holiday with less expectation and more joy and love myself, for sure. Wonderful.
Great.
you want to get, if you guys don't mind me getting a little spiritual here for just 1 second, the one thing that came up in this chapter was it was talking about Jesus. Energy flows where your attention goes. So when you direct the energy of gratitude towards another person's needs, that's where the energy goes. This is the very reason why Jesus said thank you before he performed miracles. And when you look at Jesus's miracles, he never actually like waved his hand on them and kind of went, boom, you're healed. Basically what he did is we said, thank you for the ability to heal. And if you believe, if you choose to, you can be healed. And I'm a big believer that it's the actual person's faith in the process, the faith in healing, that they take care of themselves. That body is healing the body. He never performed surgery. He never did anything to manipulate the person. He just basically said thank you and gave them the power. And I believe that for us, it's the same. If we believe we're broken, we'll be broken forever. If you believe that you're sick, you're going to be sick forever. If you believe you're depressed, you're going to be depressed. But as soon as you believe that you have control and you have the power and you have the ability to walk the life you want, and you believe that you can make it better, you believe that you take better care of yourself, you can heal from these things. That's the key to this health side of things, is knowing that you have the ability to do that, knowing that you have a purpose, knowing that you have some things that you want to achieve. You believe that you have a role to play. Your body will decide to heal that. And it's happened many, many times. You can go through and read many stories of people healing themselves. And I believe that that's the way that Jesus does it. He just basically walks up and says, you just have to believe. You just have to believe you can do this. And it can start to take care of that.
Yeah.
So,
Unending, unwavering faith.
unending, unwavering faith. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful. We got a couple minutes left. Anybody else have any thoughts or comments before we go into the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day?
Well, I'll change my my suit and just share that I have so much gratitude for you guys and for doing this every single morning. It is a bit of a struggle to get on here, but it just, as I've said before, it changes my day completely. So thank you.
That's awesome.
You're so welcome. I would say that this is one of those where the gift I receive in return absolutely outweighs the output of what I put out, because it's been just a pleasure doing this.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the day.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sometimes that snooze button comes and it's like, oh, I might hit the snooze, but then once you get out of bed, it's just like, I go on a mission.
Yeah.
We sit down here and I'll be honest with you, like I haven't been peeking ahead, and it's just been it's just fun to just see what kind of rolls. So
yeah. So
thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. Thank you for reading. Thank you for being here. I mean, it would be completely different if I sat here and there was a blank list of people that I was talking to. You fake the smile and stuff, but it's sure a lot easier talking to other people. So
yeah.
thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'd like to second Sharon's sentiments there. It has been such a blessing in my life. And when you expand on what the discussion is, it just widens my view of everything. Thank you.
You're
Both
welcome.
of you.
Well, and you guys too, right?
Absolutely.
It's the discussion piece about it, right? Like the words in the book are only one piece. And, you can walk through it by yourself, but it's more meaningful to me to have more people talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Wonderful.
All right, guys, it's 7:30.
7:30.
Awesome Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to
Lisa.
you.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Yay.
Give out lots of hugs today. And just take that chest full of love and just push that out to everybody. Like just imagine that magic wand and you're just throwing love at everybody, whether you're buying groceries today or whether it's your family or your pets or whatever. Just plaster that smile on your face and just know that it's gonna work out.
Awesome. All right, guys. Love y'all.
Love you guys.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Have a brilliant
Thank
day.
you. Love you.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Awesome day.
Bye.
Bye.
The toughest thing of my job is actually pushing end like that.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.